Alright. This is Barrett, and I'm gonna do this problem. Okay, so first you gotta get your y-intercept down there, and then it's negative 3 over 2. And so if you do that backwards, then you go up 3 over 2, right there. Up 1, 2, 3 over 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 over 2. Try your line. Because it's included, right? Yep. And then since it's greater than, you go above and shade that. Oh.
Y equals 5 halves x. Or not y equals y is less than 5 halves x. Two things. M and B. You'll ask them, what's M? What is your M? If you're looking at this, what's your M? 5 over 2. Osvaldo, what's your B? So M is the number touching x. What's B? The B is the number all by itself. There's not one, so 0. This is your first dot, Osvaldo, on the y-axis. This is your y-intercept. Put a dot at 0. You're going to use your slope to get more dots. Where do I go from here? Up 5, right 2. And let's go opposite. Let's go down 5, left 2. Now, what kind of a line? Solid or dotted? Why dotted? Okay, now, if I want to check which side to shade, we always want to try 0, 0. But look, 0, 0 right now is... it's on the line. So I don't want to use 0, 0. I want to use something easy. Something easy. I still want to use this. For me, I still want to use a 0. So I want this. Zeros are easy. So I want to use some with the 0. So I'm going to use this dot. I'm not going to use 0, 0. I'm going to use 0, 1. So my x is 0. So what's 5 halves times 0? 0. So that's going to be 0. And my y is 1. Alright. Is 1 smaller than 0? That's false. So I'm not going to shade that side. I'm going to shade the opposite side. Okay? Now let's try it with absolute value. Oh, actually, let's try this guy right here. This one, because this one is really good. 4x minus y is less than 1. Now, what is the trouble here? What's the problem?
Y is not on by itself.
Yes, it is not in y equals mx plus b. It's not in slope-intercept form. You have to get y all by itself. Very, very first. So, Joel, what are you going to do? You need y alone. I got to get rid of all this other stuff. What should we do? Yes, let's minus 4x. Minus 4x. So here's what I've got now. I got a negative y is less than 1 minus 4x. I'm getting close. Now my only trouble is, Kevin, I cannot have a negative y. I got to have a positive y. So how am I going to change that negative y to a positive y? Yeah, you switch the sign. Divide by a negative 1 or times by a negative 1. Divide this by a negative 1, divide this whole thing by a negative 1. Or, just what Melanie said, change the sign. If it's negative, make it positive. But if you change this, you have to change everything. So the 1 was positive, we're going to change it to negative. And the 4 was negative, we're going to change it to positive. And the inequality, you got to change that too. It was pointing less than, now it's going to be greater than. So you got to change everything. Now, as soon as y is all by itself, you need m and b. What is your m and what is your b? Marcos, what's m? 4. M is always the number times x. So it's 4. I'm going to put a 4 over 1. What's b, Junior? Negative 1. So where's my very first dot, Junior? The M or the B? Where does it go? On what? Which axis? The X or the Y? On the Y. So on the Y axis, a negative 1, put a dot. Use your slope. Go up 4 over 1. Up 4 over 1. Go down 4. Left 1. What kind of a line? Solid or dotted? Trevor, solid or dotted? Dotted. Dotted line. And then we just, the very last thing, what region? The top region or the bottom region? Or the left or the right? Let's try, what should we try? Should we try our 0, 0? Okay, here's 0, 0 right here. So I'm going to replace, here we go. I'm going to replace 0, 0 right here. So 0 is bigger than a negative 1 plus 0. 0 is bigger than a negative 1. Is that true or false? 0 is bigger than negative 1, so I know my answer is on that side. So your answer is anywhere over here. Could be here. Could be here. It's anywhere. Let's do an absolute value and call it good. Let's try this guy. Right here. Alright, Joel. What are we going to do? What's our first step? Absolute value.
Teachers, please excuse the interruption. For all of those students who purchased
last year. 5, 4.
Now you plug negative 1 in. Barrett?
Yeah, he sold for
Negative 1. What's the absolute value of negative 1?
I had one OT.
Plus 3. Should get a 4. What happens if you plug in 0? What do you get? What's 1? What's 2? 5. So let's plot all these points. Negative 2 up 5. You're going to have a dot right there. Negative 1 up 4. 0 up 3. Over 1 up 4. 2 up 5. So it's a V. And let's use 0, 0. 0, 0 is down here. If you plug in 0, 0 is less than or equal to, what's the absolute value of 0? 0 plus 3 is 3. So is that true or false? 0 is smaller than 3. True, so it's anything underneath the V. So it's all this area. What if it would have been false? It would have been anything inside. It would have been anything in here.